Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to go through logging in to WordPress on this client website, and we're also going to look at creating a blog. Also we're going to be using the new WordPress editor, which is standard within all WordPress installations, called Gutenberg. Okay, let's get into it. So first of all, we're going to click up here on our URL. And we're going to put it in /wp-admin. Press enter, and then we'll be faced with this screen, which is your login screen. Your web admin or whoever set this up for you should have sent you through a username and also a password. I've set up this username just for this tutorial, test user, and also a password. So once you've entered these into these areas, just click on login. You can also click remember me as well, so it will remember your details. I tend to use a application called LastPass, which is the reason why you see this area here, and this is already pre-filled in. LastPass does this for me. If you want to learn a bit more about LastPass, please go to my website and you'll be able to actually see details of that application. Okay, let's click login. So now we're faced with the dashboard. The dashboard is very simple because the way that I've set up this user, this test user, is I've set it up as an author. So you have different security types when you're in WordPress. Author is a lower level one, so it gives you less confusion down this left side. It just gives you these panels, which you'll probably be looking at later on down the line. So we're looking to add a blog to our website. So to add a blog to the website, click on posts, and you'll see just here there's a test blog already, which I've been playing around with. I'll show you first of all how to add a new blog. So at the moment I'm going to just going to have a look to see, right click and open another page. This is just what this little area here, this link does, is it lets you open up the website as it looks at the moment. I've just right clicked on it so it opens up in another tab. So let's open this tab up, and you'll see that's how the website looks. You'll notice along the top here we do not have a blog option. There is a blog option, but it's not showing at the moment, and once we have some blogs in the background, I'll make sure that's showing. So if I click on here and put in /blog, is what the link's going to be anyway, and you'll see there is already a blog just here, and there's also a Hello World blog is up here as well, but that's been removed, or it's going to be removed, should I say. So I'll go back to posts, and you'll notice that this post is the only one showing because it's mine. If I click on all, you'll see that we've also got this Hello World. This is one that is created by the WordPress web application when you install it. So it's just almost like a marker, just to show what blogs look like. You'll notice that there's more options on this one than there is on this one. Hello World only has view. You can't bin it, you can't do anything to it other than view it, partly because it's been created by another user. So we're going to add a new one, and when we press add, it will go to a completely different page and completely different look, and this is called the Gutenberg Editor, and basically it's an editor which works with blocks. Now the main things you need to look at will be your title, so this will be the title of your blog. I would recommend that this title is not huge, it's not the size of a sentence, it's just a few words. We're going to put in here another test blog. Okay, and then we're going to start typing. So this is yet another test blog for you! Exclamation mark. So you notice I've entered that text. If I click enter, you'll notice now I've got another line of text. So you can do this all the way through if you want to, and you just put in lines of text. but you'll notice there's a plus just here. So if you want to click on the plus, it will actually, or hover over, it says add block. So let's add block, and it will give us 6 of the most popular blocks that you can add. Paragraph, which means you can then edit that paragraph to how you want it to look. So say if we wanted to, so if I click out of here, so if I'll go to this one here, it doesn't actually come up with a plus, but you'll notice that it's got a paragraph symbol just here, so we can click on that, and then you can choose from the paragraphs you want it to be. So let's make that a heading. So now that's automatically changed it to heading 2. So going back to this one here, we're going to click on this block, and we're going to make this a paragraph. So this is a paragraph, which means it's just a paragraph of text. You don't have to type within this area. You can actually bring in text from other applications or other websites. So we're going to go to this Lorem Ipsum site, and we're just going to grab a bit of Lorem Ipsum, I think. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we'll grab this text just here. It's quite simple. Oh, no. Lorem Ipsum. Let's copy that. And we're just going to go back into this area. We can Control V or Command V if you want on a Mac. And this just posts the text in, so you can either do it that way, or if I press enter again and press right click, you can press paste here. And there we go. You've got 2 paragraphs of text. So say if we wanted to actually put something in between these 2 lines of text, we can add a block in the middle. Just here. So we can click on image, and let's add an image in here. So we can do certain things within imagery. We can upload an image from our desktop or our laptop. We can add an image from our media library. This is all the images within the website. Or we can insert an image from a URL. I would not recommend this, partly because if you're sending an image to this website from a link, so say if the image is on another site and you've copied the link, if you add it as a URL, you are governed by that image on somebody else's site. So if they remove it or they have an error, it's going to end up either removed or an error on your website. So always stick to upload or media library. So we're going to upload an image. Let's have a look at what we've got here. We've got another Christmassy image. I'm currently doing a Christmas website, so we're going to use a Christmassy image. Yes, let's use this one. So as you see, that's just placed the image directly within line of the text, just here. Another smart thing we can do is we can use these styles. There's 2 default styles just here. So we've currently got the square style, and we can also have a rounded style. So this makes this a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? Cool. Okay, so that's just adding text and images to your website. Very easy. If you want to link to something within your website or to another website, you can select a piece of text and then click on this, which says link. Okay, it's also doing a smart search as well. When you type in a website, it will have a look to see if there's a website on the internet, and it will see, oh yeah, there's a website called sawbrook.com. So let's click on that. So now when it says test blog, if you click on blog when it's published, it will actually link to that website. Other things you can do on this is you can edit it. So you can click onto it and say open a new tab. That means when you click on this, it will open up in a new tab rather than removing you from your own website. So we've finished our blog. Let's go to publish, because we're going to publish it to the world so everybody can see it. The other option here is also save draft. So you can save it as a draft, and what happens is it goes into the background, gets listed as a draft until you publish. Once you publish, that is when it goes live. But when it's a draft, people do not see it. So let's do that first of all, save as a draft. And we want to see what it looks like, so we're going to click on preview. We're going to preview it as a desktop version. Okay. I'm going to preview it in a new tab. There we go. So it's generating a preview, and this is what it will look like on your website. And that, as I said, with the link, if we click on the link, it opens up in a new tab, and it just basically opens up my website eventually. There we go. It takes a little while because I've got lots of things downloading in the background at the moment. There we go. So let's get rid of my website. Good. We don't have to do anything to that. We've previewed it, so we can close it if we want to. So we'll go back to here. And if I was to go out of this now by clicking on the W, it will take us back to the dashboard, and you'll see there is actually a test blog here, and it's listed as draft, which means it's not seen when you go to the blog page. So if I refresh that page, you don't see anything. So let's go back to that post. By clicking, hold on a second. By clicking, you can either click on the title or you can click on edit. So we'll click on the title, and we'll go back, and we're still happy with that. We don't want to add anything else in there. So you might want to have, when you get into here, it might be worth just going in and having a play around, because there's lots of things in here you can look at. There's headings, there's galleries, there's lists. You can have a bulleted list as well, which is very simple to make. And you should be up and started very quickly. There we go. You can keep going. If you double click there, then it goes into another one. There we go. And you've also got images, you've got galleries. You can browse all as well, which gives you all these options to play around with. Please, by all means, go in and have a look. If you want to put a video in there, just click on YouTube and then go and find the link for the YouTube video. So you can click that and then just go to YouTube and go and find your YouTube link. Pop the link in there and it will create its own player within the page. You won't have to do anything else. Same, you can embed Twitter tweets and things like that as well. So there's lots of things you can do in that area. But yeah, please have a play. And if you're saving to draft, you can play as much as you want until you're completely happy with what you want. And then you can publish when you're finished. So we're finished there at the moment. We are going to click publish. And it will ask me, are you ready to publish? Yes, I'm definitely ready to publish. It gives you a few options here. You can make it visible to the public. You can make it private. You can password protect it. These things are options I hardly ever use. It's normally public. If I've got a blog, I want people to see it. This is very interesting, the publish immediately. You can actually set this, saying immediately, we can set this for a time in the future. So say if we've got 3 or 4 blogs which we've already written and we've already got up there, we can then possibly publish those one each week rather than publishing them all at once, which gives that sort of drip feed of blogs, which is really, really helpful for a blogging website. So that's really useful. Suggestion, add tags. If you want the blog to be more searchable, then by all means click on here and add tags. So this is a test and it's a blog. So there you go, that's what happens. These tags are almost like search tags within the news on Google search. Okay, so we're happy, we're going to publish. And this will go to the website on the blogs page. So we'll go back to this blogs page and we will refresh. And there you see, it's in there. So now you're wondering, oh, this one's got a lovely image and I want that lovely image as well from my blog. So this is what we need to do. We need to go back to the blog, to the edit post, and we need to have a look for something called, it's under post. We need to have a look at something called featured image. So at the moment, this does not have a featured image. All we need to do is click on here. This will take us to our media library. So this is all the images within the website. We'll click on the image we want to be our featured image, set featured image, and it uploads it there. Please be aware, when you have a featured image, it will crop the center of the image to a square image. So if you've got an image which is very much third sized or ratioed, then you might find something will get cut off on the crop. So make sure that the focal point of your featured image is in the center. We will then update, because this blog is already published, so we will update, and that will update the image to the blog. So let's flick over to our tab, which is the blog, and we will refresh that page. And there you go, we've got a lovely featured image on the left hand side, and it shows, oh, it shows Hello World doesn't have a featured image, but then it's consistent with all the other blogs. Okay, so just to recap, when you create a blog, make sure you have a nice punchy title, one that's not the size of a sentence. Make it nice and short and sweet and direct. If you're putting in subheaders, make sure they're all H2s. That's one thing I forgot to say. Never make H1 titles. So heading 2 is the headings you want to be using throughout your blog. So you might have one section it off with another heading. So we could pop one in here and say heading, and this is the next heading. Oh, there we go. This is all to do with your blog being searchable. Any other headings, blogs in Google News will not crop up. So if you've got heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, the only 2 headings that they tend to search for on Google will be heading 1 and heading 2. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, to recap, title, heading 2s, this is text just here, this is an image just here. You can start a new line just by pressing enter, and it creates a new block. When you get that new block, you can click on plus, and this will give you lots of different things you can use. Normally the most popular ones you've used in the past will be here. If you want to see more, you can click on the browse all. You close the browse all by clicking on this X. If we want to add a featured image, the featured image is under post, which is just here. And there's no category set up just yet, but I will add a news category just there. Also, you can add tags just here. And as we saw before, when you press publish, it will give you those options, whether you want to publish straight away or whether you want to delay publishing or add tags at that point as well. It also gives you the option of the public or private. Okay. So that concludes this tutorial. Please look out for more tutorials on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.